Welcome to the Golden Square Podcast with your hosts, Linda Scott and Sherilyn Fisher. Are you ready? Because we're starting right now, only on Stunner Radio, the heart and soul of the culture.
Good evening. Welcome to the Golden Square Podcast. Yes, it has been a crazy cold day. Yeah, just crazy. Cold, but we're here. But first of all, before we go any further, we want to welcome you all in, and we have a wonderful show for you tonight. And y'all know it's still November, and it's still Men's Month. But as we just said, Men Month. It ain't no 1 month. It's a black man is 365. Right, 365. Right. What you said? Twice on Sundays? Twice on Sundays. So that's where we are. But let me say this to you. I need to thank you and the rest of those people who got me for my birthday.
Oh yeah, they
gave me a surprise birthday party, guys. So I was surprised from Thursday all the way up until Sunday, and it was absolutely amazing. I love it. So happy birthday! Oh, not my birthday over?
Yeah,
it's over.
Monday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay, happy birthday.
Well, we can go to Christmas.
We can go to New Year. Remember, we used to do that. We used to do that, go all the way to New Year's. But so I thank everybody for all the love, and not just for me, but we did the same thing for Sherilyn for October.
Thank you guys.
Thank you all for taking care of Thelma Louise. We love you all so much. But let's go on into the night, sweetie. Let's go to the night. Tonight we have 3 wonderful men that are in the arts.
Right.
So we got all kinds of things for you tonight. So let's just go ahead and bring on again. We'll introduce you all to them and let them introduce them to yourselves. Yeah. Let's do this. Where are they? Where are they?
There they are.
There you go. Look at. Hey, I tell you, there ain't nothing like looking at a black man, girl. Ain't nothing like looking at a black man. Look at that. So we supposed to talk about them, or we supposed to just look at them? Which one?
Girl, it's like a buffet.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Girl, y'all got me blushing over here. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. I'm telling you.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with you since you blue, baby. Come on with it. So that's Mr. Nolen Davis, everybody. Let's welcome him in. So Nolen, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, Nolen Davis.
About yourself, Nolen.
Can you hear me? Mic check. Check 1, check 2.
Yes.
All right, cool. Nolen Davis, Guinness World Record holder, published author, owner of Vids Inc., which is my creative side. I create video production, TV commercials, those types of things, and create the podcast studio as well. And I'm a philanthropist. I'm probably most proud of my philanthropic events and activities that I do in the community. So that's me in a nutshell. Boom.
Can you hear us, Nolen?
I can. Can you hear me?
So Milton, can you hear us? Yeah, now we can. Now we can. Yes. So for some reason you faded out a little bit. So just go into halfway of what you said.
You published a book.
Okay.
Right. I'm a published author, Guinness World Record holder. We're building a studio for podcasting, and I own a video production company. Boom.
Oh wow.
Okay. So that's good. Milton
McCulloch.
Can you hear us, Milton? Okay, thank you. Go ahead and tell us a little about you.
I'm so grateful to be here tonight among we did gentlemen so much. Cheryl. We go way back. So Linda got me to model, okay? Most scary thing. Oh God. My name is Milton McCulloch. I am an author. I'm published like 3 books of poetry. So I'm known for my poetry. I'm also a songwriter. I just released a gospel album where I'm the songwriter. I'm like the Kirk Franklin on the album. That's the best way to put it. I don't really sing on it. I hear my voice. I can't my voice. Yeah, I get more talented people to sing. Okay, I'm a playwright too. But one of my plays recorded for public TV here. That they as you know, the play was about domestic violence. So yeah, that's a nutshell the creative side of it, and I try to be involved and support other folks in what they're doing. One of the groups I support is called a nonprofit organization called Exodus United. They do a program run by Simba, a local poet too, and some artists for at-risk kids.
Yeah.
So,
oh wow.
Yeah, so I support that. Try to get other friends to support her, and yeah. So
all right, congratulations with that. But Milton, let me just say this: I didn't know you were a former soccer coach at Bethune-Cookman. That's where my grandbaby goes to school right now. And I saw that and I was like, Milton was the
coach?
What?
I played up to semi-pro level.
Okay, so see, man, I'm telling you,
we learned something new.
Every
been
day.
Friends with you for years and years, and we never knew that.
I never knew it. I'm really excited just for that.
I coached high school soccer. I was the director of coaching for one of the clubs here in Central Florida. I was the junior academy director for the same club when I stepped down from the director of coaching. I coached. I coached amateur teams. I played soccer. I like that. That's a passion for me too. I just can't use anymore.
Right. Good. So hey, congratulations on everything that you're doing.
So Milton, where are you originally from?
Jamaica.
I thought so.
Jamaica, man. Jamaica. Okay, so and y'all, last but not least, the man, Mr. Ben White. Mr. Ben White.
Smile.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about you, sir.
Well, I'm looking at these two accomplished men that I'm on the show with, and I'm like, wow, why they put me up here with these guys? Look, my name is Ben White. I go by Ben White Jr. If I say Junior, then everyone knows who that person is. I'm a native Houstonian, born and raised in Fifth Ward, Texas. More of a grassroots type person. I've been able to put my footprints all over my neighborhood and throughout District B. Former member, I ran for city council. Unfortunate that I didn't win, but it was such a golden opportunity and I really enjoyed the run. I was former executive director of the Julius C. Hester House, which is an historic community center out in the Fifth Ward area. Established civic clubs and been on management districts. So I've pretty much just a all-around Fifth Ward grassroots person in the city of Houston. Currently, I'm the CEO of Waziri Entertainment, which is we're promoting jazz, which is part of the arts. And what we wanted to do really here with this LLC that I started is that we wanted to promote jazz, and we wanted to promote jazz in the inner city. As you know, that pretty much jazz was formulated in the neighborhood, in the African American neighborhoods, and what we wanted to do was have jazz and make it easily accessible to the community. Houston is so spread out that most of the time you have to travel when you want to see a good live jazz music. And this idea started when me and one of my business partners went to Galveston, and we saw a concert in Galveston. We was fortunate enough to see the late Nick Coleon and Paul Taylor, and we enjoyed the ride going to Galveston. We enjoyed the concert, but we did not enjoy the ride coming back.
Right, that's
long ride.
That created problems, and that's where that idea formed. I'm a jazz lover. Goes way back to when I was in my early 20s. You know, being a product of Houston, it was the La Bastille of the theater on Washington Avenue. I can't recall the name right now. It'll come to me afterwards. But we really wanted to do some things, and we started this organization with my business partners, which happen to be, you know, I know this is about men, but my business partners are women. And if you go to our website,
every good man is what?
Behind every good man, there's a woman.
All right. Yeah. So we'll handle. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Actually, it's 3 of them.
Okay. See, you was a wide head.
And they do everything behind the scenes to put you out there in the front.
Yeah. Yes. They allow me to lead, and I thank them for that. And if you go to our website, which is yzera.com, you'll see that we have a women's series. We have 3 artists that 3 strong Black female artists that go hard. Althea Renee, Janet Harris, and Pamela Williams. We are all bringing them next year, and we're excited about it, and we're really looking forward to it. And we hope that we want to introduce young people to jazz, especially in our neighborhood.
Yes.
And that's our goal.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I was playing some of the music from your website, and she asked me, "Do y'all actually listen to music, but there's no singing, no talking, or whatever?" So we need to bring jazz back because our kids are missing that. They're missing that whole genre of music, and we really need to have no clue. We need to bring jazz back, and we need to educate our children because they have no clue. Let
me ask you, Nolen. I know you stated that you hold the record, Guinness Book of Records, and
yes,
what is that about?
In the most TV interviews in 24 hours. So we streamed it live. We got 34,000 views. I interviewed 173 people in 24 hours. And so I broke the record by over 100.
Oh,
wow. So did you have everybody? That was before streaming live and all that was going on, right? You had to go to these people?
It was really at the beginning. I've been streaming live for a long time because I own a video production company. Okay. And so when streaming live became accessible in the palm of people's hands, I came back to it. I used to do it with one of my other businesses called Creative Biz Ideas. And then it evolved into Up Social Network, where we stream businesses. So I literally talked to 173 business owners and promoted those people for their business in front of 34,000 people digitally, and then networked in the room and created some business there as well.
Wow. So, but you hold a lot of networking events as well, though, right?
Right. So we stopped during the pandemic, and we're starting up again in January. So Up Social Network, you can go to upsocialnetwork.com. It's a video there that kind of explains who we are, and we're going to have multiple locations. Breakfast is included. You get your video, you get to network in the room, and then we give you a lot of resources to build your business as well.
Oh, wow. Get out of here. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Look at the men that we have here.
So, Nolen, the last event that you had that Linda and I went to, was that what that was? A network working in? Okay.
So it was. That's why we had the UP in the back, but that was, we actually Step Up. So I was releasing Step Up Radio, which we're building the studios for that. And so Step Up Radio and my nonprofit Bio Bootcamp was on the hood of a race car. So that's what we were revealing, if you guys remember. Right. We were revealing our logos on the hood of the race car. Okay, and so we have a couple of races that's coming up that you just round and round. You'll see Step Up Radio and Bio Bootcamp. So that's what we got going on.
So how do wait a minute, hold on, because you're doing podcasts as well.
Yes,
so you're building a studio that only does podcasts.
Well,
give us some more about that.
So it's going to be a video studio. We're going to be doing video podcasts, but we're going to really be producing podcasts. My podcast that's coming out of that is it's a couple of podcasts that I'm going to be hosting. But my biggest podcast, the one that I really want people to focus on, is Saving Sense. And sense, not like sense with a C, like change, but sense like when your mama say, boy, you ain't got no sense, right? But Saving Sense podcast is what it is, because we're going to be saving people money on the bills that you already have. How do you save on gas? How do you save on buying cars and RVs? How do you save on insurance? How do you maximize your money? And I have all of these professionals that's really going to give us the game, because a lot of times so many times we think it's about making more money and spending money, when that's literally not playing the game, right? And so if you find out that you're with Comcast, I'm with Comcast, but I'm paying 1/3 less than you because I know something that you don't know, you're just throwing that money away. We got the same package, right?
Wow.
If I can show you how to save money on your gas. And so all of these things right now, as we come upon a, what do they call it? A recession, right? As we're hitting a recession, people need to figure out how to maximize their dollars, right?
Absolutely.
So we can do the same thing for less, because it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep.
How much you
So that's what Saving Sense podcast is all about. So we're launching that January 21st in Texas City. And so we got a big thing going on with that.
And we need that in our community. We really need that in our Black community.
Right.
So I'm going to make sure we get that out there too.
So Milton, you're here. That's a given. That's a given. So our platform, a little bit about Sherilyn and myself, is that our platform is here to help our generation that's coming behind us. And if we, like you are giving us this education on sense, that's what we need to do with the kids that are behind us. Because like Ben, our kids need to know about jazz. They have no clue. As long as you drop down here and your booty over here and all this, that's all they know. But the real stuff about what we're doing is going back and saying, hey, there's no more big mamas. So Sherilyn and I said, our numbers are going up, so we got to step up, and we got to make these things happen. We have to introduce these things to our children so that they'll have something to introduce to their children. So everything that you guys give to us, we're passing it on. We're passing it on and making sure it's out there in our community. Because Nolen, we really need that. Yes.
We really need that.
Yes.
We need to know.
Absolutely.
We're just spending money and throwing money away. And because we're not educated. Because we're not educated on how to save money, how to pay less.
Right.
So we really
what questions do we ask to say, hey, Sherilyn is paying $50 on her light bill and I'm paying $200. What's the difference? We don't know the questions to ask. We don't know who to go to ask all these things. That's why we are here every Thursday night.
7 p.m.
That's it. That's why we're here to give anything that we can give. I always say I never want to take any knowledge that I have to my grave when I could have passed it on before I left. So that's why we're sitting here, and that's why we have men such as yourself guiding us. We're not that to say, oh no, he can't tell us. No, you're still guiding us as well, so that we'll be able to guide the next person too. So Milton, let me ask you, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just want to say one thing really quick, and it's free game, right? So many times you have to pay to get, like, these are real professionals that they can show you what to look for, the questions to ask. And so if you want to do it, you absolutely can do it. I know we habitual by nature, so people just want to continue to do whatever they're doing because that's their comfort zone. But if I can show you and prove to you A versus B, if I can show you how you can put more money in your pocket and then make your money work for you. That's Saving Sense podcast.
Right. Absolutely.
So when is it coming out again, Nolen?
We're launching January 21st. We're going to have a launch party. You guys are going to be there. And Linda's going to be a part of it.
Put it in our book.
Right. Linda's going to be a part of it. because what she does, which is so fashionable, right? We're going to be talking about how to save even in fashion, right? So I want people to be able to not deprive themselves, but maximize the dollars that they have and figure out, how to make things work for them. So that's what it's all about.
All right. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That we got a date. I got a job. Okay.
Right.
All right.
You guys heard it here first. You heard it here first. You know what I'm talking about?
Let me go to Milton. Milton, I know you say you're like the Kirk Franklin. So you have an album, and which I've heard. When was that?
I did a listening party. Didn't even know it was doing. I just had some girlfriends over, and you popped up and said, Sherilyn, go here and listen to my new music. And we went there and we had us a little wine, and it was great. We had a little listening party. So I've been looking for you to post some more, but you haven't done so in a while.
It's coming.
Milton, I had a what Facebook do, give you one of the memories or something like that?
Right.
Yeah. So I had something that popped up, and it was a poem that you wrote about me. What it was
I remember I came to Houston and performed. No, I didn't come to Houston, but I had someone read it. You
read it. No, you did it. You did it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, you did it. And I was like,
and it was on Facebook. You did it it came up on Facebook. I don't know where the location was.
Yeah.
But it came up on Facebook on the timeline.
And I was crying, Milton. I was like, he's talking about me? What? It was amazing. Yeah. It was good. It was say it again.
I wrote the poem for your 60th birthday. It was your 60th birthday.
That's right. Okay. That's right. And then, y'all, let me just tell y'all, because remember Milton was going to do a play about me. Everybody wants to marry Linda. I was like, for real?
Yeah. Milton, you better rethink that title.
I said, everybody want to marry who? and it was just
Oh, we have to keep the same title.
Milton. Let me just tell you.
So, Milton, what are you working on now?
Well, there are. I have so much stuff I'm working on. I'm writing a script for a movie right now, a film, which I'm going to shoot in Kenya, in Nairobi, Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Next year.
You need a camera girl?
But wait a minute.
You need a camera girl?
Nolen said that we were going in January with him, and I'm going to have a job with him, but I never heard you say we were going to Kenya with you. What's going on?
You need somebody to pack your luggage?
Listen, right now I'm hoping I'm going to be there doing it, but we're going to be shooting. The idea, we're shooting this. I won't give away anything else.
Okay. Fine.
But it originates from one of the songs that I wrote.
Okay.
So, album.
Well, we came to Orlando. What was your release party? What it was last year, right?
No, last year I had
2 years ago.
No,
yeah.
last year June I had last year June I had a listening.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't last year June. It had to be the year before.
Year before.
Yeah. It was the year before. Whenever it was, we done got older, so we can't remember. But anyway, we were there.
It was last year.
We were there, and it was amazing. It was awesome. I really didn't know how talented you are. It was a hello, Queen. Happy auntie. Happy birthday, Dion. I love you too. We love you too, baby. I didn't really know how talented you are. And when I got there and saw the people and your release party, the songs that came out, I was like, Milton wrote that? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm gonna go ahead and practice on something so I can have a part in that. It's amazing.
It's amazing. The things you do are amazing.
Amazing. So I want to go with that Ben White person, that Ben White.
Yeah.
politician.
Ben, tell us about your artists.
You know, I've just been intrigued by what Nolen said, and I really kind of want to piggyback on what he said.
Okay,
you know, I really like what he said about dollars and cents. One of the things that I also have is a small landscaping company. And with that company, most of the time I'm hiring guys that has been incarcerated and fresh out of incarceration. And one of the things that I feel obligated to teach them is that it's not how much money you make, it's what you do with the money you make. And I'm also trying to tell them that when you waiting around for someone to give you a job, you can always create your own job. So, I mean, I just feel intrigued to say that because that's part of who I am. But as far as those entertainers that we are bringing to the inner city, most of them speak for themselves. They been nominated for, Grammy Awards. They're Grammy Award nominators. And I just suggest they can better speak for themselves if you Google them, go on YouTube and listen to them. They're awesome. They're
so what you would say about them wouldn't even come close to who they are, right?
I can't do them any justice trying to describe who they are. I mean, I'd be doing them a disservice.
Wow.
Jazz speaks for itself. If you really like jazz or you really into the arts, jazz is a form of art.
It is.
And now you see people now gyrating. And I'm not hey, I like hip hop too. Don't I like hip hop, but jazz is jazz belongs to us. Hip hop belongs to us, but jazz is where it all started. I just don't want this generation to go away without knowing the art of jazz. And I just took it upon myself that I'm doing everything in my power to introduce these young people to the art of jazz. That's my mission.
Go ahead, Milton.
Nolen.
Hey, so being white, we need to hook up because I have some events.
Yes, sir.
I have events. Sometimes I have a couple of hundred people there, and one, I would love to have jazz, live jazz at the event. So we need to talk about that. And two, as you talk about hip hop, I used to rhyme back in the day. I'm from Chicago originally, but one thing that people don't really realize is that jazz literally evolved hip hop, right?
Yes.
So one of the people that really did it is Rakim. So when you listen to Rakim's his melody, he even talks about it in one of the documentaries that he had. The melody, when everybody was like dun 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 dun, right? He was filling in all of those spaces just like it was a horn or just like it was the piano, and that's why things became very creative in hip hop to where it wasn't just like I say a hip hop. Like it's not like that. It's much more rhythmic from that standpoint. So people don't even really understand that whole situation. And I have rappers that rap over those types of melodies. So we literally could do like a cross promotion. So for me, the sky's the limit from a creative standpoint. So we definitely
right.
Okay.
We're gonna exchange information. We'll get each other's information.
Yes, sir.
Before it's over. But that's what we tell you. That's what we do. That's what we do. We bring it together so everybody can leave out of here saying, "Yeah, I met this guy and we're working together." So Milton, we're not leaving you out because we know. Go ahead.
No. I was saying that I was saying because I'm Jamaican, I want to remind people of the influence we've had on hip hop too. DJ Irk was Jamaican and brought that kind of the stuff that he did in the basement was what I grew up with. You understand?
Yeah.
We had these street dances, or someone just put on. They used to write when they had the crits and the 45s or the they used to have one side they called it the dub, which was only instrumental. Voices. Yeah. And so when they went to the dance and they needed to fill in, they didn't just play the side with the lyrics on it. They would just play what we call the dub, and they would have these guys. We call them. That's where the word DJ came from for us. The DJs is what you call rappers here. So when we say, so we would have these guys, and they would be hyping the song. So what they would do, instead of just hype the song to promote it, they were trying to promote the 45, the lyrical side. They would start to talk stuff over it. So, and they would almost like with jazz too, they would be scatting like, yeah, chicka bow, chicka bow. It's like, ow, chicka bow. Hey, Mr. Music. And it said, Mr. Music, will you please play? So they were doing this from like the 40s or 50s in Jamaica. They were just, because that was really the poor people music.
Right. That was us. Yeah.
That was the poor music. They didn't have any other option. So that's what they would do. And they would have dances in the street because they couldn't afford the buildings to do the stuff. So they were out in the street. Somebody set up the what we call the sound system. And so when you hear like the Beanie Man or the Buju Banton and these guys now that are doing it in Jamaica. The old cats were like the guy called U-Roy, and he would and U-Roy would just pretty much be just saying some like anonymous things, but it was like, yeah, oh,
Milton, you just gonna keep your foot on the gas with that one.
Go ahead, Milton, educate us about Jamaica. You all are educating us about this stuff completely. I am truly,
because our youngsters don't know where the music originated.
Right, and okay, not just the youngsters, some of me.
Yeah.
All right, so me. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me, Milton. About us. I would have never known if you wouldn't have stated that about in Jamaica and it. What you say? I wouldn't know, Milton. But hey, we gotta take a commercial break, everybody. We gotta take a commercial break. This has been a wonderful part one, and we'll be right back.
Right back.
She's coming to the Deluxe 303 Lions Avenue. The iconic Flawless Althea Renee. Saturday, March 4th, 2023 at 7:30. Brought to you by Y0 Entertainment. Althea Renee. Live for one show. Tickets available right now. Y0.com.
Has your path to success been blocked by lack of training, outdated skills, or just feeling like you can't keep up with advanced technology? We have a solution for you. TT Innovative Solutions can help get you on track and assist you with the skills and services you need to achieve your goals. If you need website design, virtual conference hosting, technical skills development, help desk support, and more, TT Innovative Solutions has got you covered, and they're here to teach, train, innovate, and solve. Visit ttinnovate.com today for more information or to book an appointment. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Now we're back.
I like that commercial being white.
Right. I was back there. I was trying to sing, and I was trying to, throw out something so I could have Milton to put me in one of his a little something. I ain't know I'm still stuck on I'm stuck right there.
You can listen to him. It's called U-Roy, the letter U and then Roy, R-O-Y. That's one of them. He was like one of the Yeah, he was not the first one. There were like several before him, like decades before. But he was like the one that took it to another level. Oh, Bob Marley took it. He kind of took it to another level. And so you have all these guys. But the thing is, in America, another level from DJ Irk. Grandmaster Flash and those guys. They took it to another level, though. How they spin it. He showed them like, hey, listen, we gonna make a party here, but we gonna add to it. Somebody come just hype it up. We're the little
okay.
Hey, so I just want to say something real quick. Hey, Milton, you can't come to our event, dude. When me and Ben White get together, because look, I'm gonna tell you what I noticed about you already. So Linda, she was crying over this poem you did. You see what I'm saying? you got a play talking about everybody wanna marry Linda.
Yeah.
And
he got too much
over there talking about and so what I thought was funny. Linda did it 3 or 4 times, so you hit some buttons. I'm not gonna be throwing an event and you macking everybody down with your poetry. Like I'm not doing it, dog. I'm trying to tell you. So Ben White, you welcome. We stop.
All right, there you go.
Milton, they ain't gonna let you come.
Milton, you gotta be there, Milton. You gotta be there.
Milton, I came to one of your events, and I don't remember when because I've been to several. And there was a young lady there who was singing. You wrote the song, but she was singing it. And yes. I talked to her afterwards, and I told her she had a very beautiful voice. And, where can I hear some of your music? She told me, she says, I don't have any music. She said, Mr. Milton gave me a chance. Wow. And I thought that was just awesome. She says, I've never sung before. And I don't know which event it was because, we've been to several. But she said, Mr. Milton gave me a chance. She had a beautiful voice.
Ali, Ernie, the song that we're planning to do, the song, it's not on the album, but it was a song I wanted to introduce. It's an R&B song called All I Need Is You. And so we plan to record it in the early part of this year. And she's an amazing singer.
She's an amazing singer.
I'm getting excited. Nolen, I'm getting excited all over again. Linda, everybody wants to marry Linda. And what's the song, Milton? That's the theme song for the show. So, Milton, you in. Hey, I am having a great time this evening.
Milton need to introduce me to her.
What? Say it again, Ben?
Milton need to introduce me to her.
True.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yes.
She hasn't done it. And she writes, so she's an amazing writer too, songwriter in her own right.
Wow.
She's done, but that song I just wrote, and I wrote the lyrics, and I had this melody, instrumental, and I just say, hey, just go with this, show me something, and she just took it apart.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a kind of response. People have heard it, they call it the wedding song because it talks about meeting someone and just thinking that, this is the one, she's the one, and all I need is you. So,
all I need is you. That's
it's a beautiful song, Milton.
It is, Milton. Everything is really good. I like the fact that all of you are giving opportunities to everyone. Because that's what we need. We don't have enough people to say, hey, hold on a minute. We forget that we all was given an opportunity.
Yes, somebody helped us.
Somebody gave us an in. And once we got in, we forgot about everybody else. And I admire and commend you guys on a job well done that you're doing. Ben, I heard you say earlier, unfortunately, you didn't win on that political rim, but let me just tell you that you did. You did. You opened doors and opportunities again for people to see how it works on the backside of you running out and trying to do what's best for your community. So because I wanted to tell you
what you did is you showed, although you didn't win, you showed young people anything worth having, you have to work. You have to work for it.
That's right.
They walked for you. They walked neighborhoods for you. They put up signs for you. They did the fish fries for you, but not only just for you, but for the community. Because one thing I can say about him is
I won in here. I won in here.
Hard.
Yeah,
This is what I won. I won in here.
Yes,
and
that's it.
He takes
take that from me.
He takes care of his community, and that's a good thing.
And that's what we have to do. That's again what we've been talking about forever. How do we restore our village? How do we bring that village back? And the way that we bring it back is with men and leaders such as yourselves to give our kids that opportunity to learn, to let me sit and talk with you and not talk at you. So my hat's off to you guys. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And being white, I really mean it, because you could have sat home on your sofa and did nothing.
I'm sitting on it now.
Yeah, you will. During that time, I guarantee you wasn't sitting, but I do appreciate
I was running.
Yes,
you were running.
For all of that. I've seen the young kids, like Shirley was just saying, passing out flyers, and I was there for the fish fry, but
I was too.
I support you that way. But I do commend you. I wish we had more of us to go out, and even if we say we didn't win at the poll, like you just said, Ben, you won in your heart.
Yes.
You gave back to your community. And once we continue to build our communities, and then that gives the opportunity for all our communities to get together and say, hey, they're doing this over there. We got to learn how to support.
I know. I was talking to we were voting like last week, 2 weeks ago, what it was. I was talking to a group of young people, and I used my mother as an example. My mother had arthritis. But I remember as a little girl, my mama would work those polls. She'd go to Atherton Elementary, and she'd stay there from the time that poll opened to the time that poll closed. She was up, she worked the polls. And the other ladies in my neighborhood, Miss Constance next door and whatever, I said, and one day my mom came home, and I was rubbing her leg with some Bengay. And I asked her, Mom, why do you do that? And she said, because some people before me made it possible for me to do that. Mm-hmm. And so I was telling people, I said, my mama did that, so she's making possible for us to do that. Get up and go and vote. That's the least we can do, because our neighborhoods don't do that anymore.
Right.
They don't do that anymore. They don't work the polls and make it known, and that's why they're doing it or whatever. So we need to get back into our community.
We do. And I need you to organize a class just for the young kids to learn about working the poll.
Right.
When we know better, we do better. So just saying, go and I'll work the poll, what does that mean? And
is that my assignment?
Yeah, that's your assignment.
That's your assignment.
That's your
homework.
So we need that. We need.
All right. The next time in the distant future, then you can bring me back on, because I'm going to organize that class.
Great.
Okay, great.
And when you do that, you call us, and we pushing everything out the way, because we need to know the importance of working the poll. And what does it mean to work the poll? What is that?
Because when I went to vote, there was a young person there, about 18, 19, 20, who was at the poll and did not know how to vote. And of course, you can't talk in the polls. I couldn't tell her, this is what you do, whatever. The people who were working the polls could not tell her, what to do and how to vote. She had no clue on how to vote, but she was there.
That's
I had to give it to you. You were there. Yeah. I said, so you go in, and you seem like an intelligent young lady. Go in and figure it out. Figure it out.
I told somebody I wanted to work the poll next year. They said I was talking about.
Oh my God.
She told someone last year that she wanted to work the poll next year, and they thought she was talking about the scripted poll, shaking everybody's head, Lisa. Yeah. No, so that's
I'm shaking mine.
But they don't know. We need to educate our young people.
They have no clue.
Milton, you want to say something?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I wanted to jump in on something that Ben said earlier on, that you said earlier on. You said earlier on that you don't want to take anything in the grave with you.
Right. But not
right?
secret.
Yeah,
because you want because you want to make sure that you have, while you're here above the earth, that you're giving back to young people.
Yeah.
Second, Ben said that he won in his heart, but I'm gonna tell you another way that you are winning, and that we are winning. And Nolen, you're gonna hear it's gonna apply to you as well, because I'm 59 years old. Okay, and I'm already 59. I'll be 60 next year, and I just completed an album, okay, which I think is an amazing accomplishment for me. And I wasn't feeling that way, just because I was just doing it because I love it. I love writing. I love music, doing it. And then people were like, "Oh man, that's like, like the way you were talking about amazing song." But to me, it was like, I'm just trying to get it out to me because I don't want to take it. I was telling people,
right.
And I feel it on this swelling inside. And so I was doing from I have songs on the album that I wrote like 4.5, 5 years ago. Just wrote the lyrics and had it there, melded it. It was all set. When I finished this, after from when I started to work on it seriously now, since last year, January, somebody inboxed me. One person said, "You are such an inspiration." Just inboxed me because she's trying to do the same thing too. Right? And she just felt like seeing me doing it. And I talk about it in my community. I'm on social media. I'm like, I share the songs, as Charlene and Linda I share the songs as they're coming up with them. And she was like, and then I heard another person, he just said to me, another person who's trying to do music too. But they're in their 20s. And they're looking at me like, I'm Quincy Jones or something like that.
That's a good look. That's a good look.
Like, man, you are amazing, man. You're talented. And we just see you doing this thing week after week, after month after month. It's like, you're not stopping till you accomplish this thing. And I'm looking at them and I said to them two things. Well, the first thing I acknowledge, and Ben, this is it. You have touched somebody's life.
Yes.
Nolen, you have touched somebody's life. God has gifted you, all of us here, and you are the men, so that someone who you haven't spoken to yet, there's going to be this one person, they're going to keep that, you're planting a seed in them. 5 years from now, you hear them get some big award or come up with this major song, and they're going to go back to the day that Mr. Ben White gave
them a chance.
The inspiration to know that he ran and saw with his sweat and his effort, life into. He didn't win, but he did something for me.
Yes.
It did for me, and I didn't know those people were watching me like that and observing me and seeing how I was consistent. And I know, and they see me on social media, and I'm like thinking, I'm just loving what I'm doing.
That's what you do.
But when you love what you do, you're
not
working. And they always say, how much do you charge for this? Well, one, you can't put a price on what I give. You can't put that price on it because that came from my heart. Yes. And when it comes from your heart, I don't know. I ain't seen no dollar sign in my heart. Not in my heart. I need to pay the bills, but on the real side of it, you can't pay me what I want to give to you. Because what he's given to me, and somebody saw something in me. I don't know where it all come from, but someone saw it in me. And if they saw it in me, that opened my eyes to say, oh, I see this in someone else. And I'm going to push. And Ben, you see all of us, not just one person, but all of us see these kids and see them going the wrong direction, and it's like, okay, come here, let me talk to you. Here's an opportunity for you to do apples, oranges, or grapes, whichever you chose to do. But we're there to talk them through it. And my major key is that communication that we have to keep open with these kids and not talking at them.
And the biggest thing about is your approach.
Yes.
You have to watch how you approach somebody.
Yes.
You have to approach them with kindness and love. Right. You can't just go and say, "Hey, boy, you do." Right. You can't do that because as soon as that comes out your mouth, you've lost them.
Exactly.
You've lost them. You broke the connection.
Right.
So you have to approach them with respect.
Respect. That's the key.
Let me ask Milton something. Did he say he was 59?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I just thought this company, Y0 Entertainment. I just started this company this year, and I'm 69.
Wow.
So the question is, why would I start a company at 69? The question came back with that I can even start Y0. I'm 69. I'm already 69.
Right.
So I could be 69 with a new company or 69 sitting on the couch. So I chose to have 69 with a new company.
New company, yes.
Now, in regards to those things that you said, those guys been telling me that for years on that truck, on that landscaping truck, about what I have done for them. And I was just being myself.
Right.
Those type of rewards take you a long way. When you come back and you hear guys paraphrasing things you said, or coming up to you saying, "Thank you, you taught me how to work. You taught me how to feed my family." All I was doing was, at the time, I was just doing the best right thing. And you don't know the impression that you're putting on people's lives when you do things. Now, I'm going to tell you the difference between the company that I started 21 years ago and the company that I started this year. The company that I started 21 years ago, I was trying to make money. And what I found out about that company was that I was also, people started depending on me to help feed their families. And I'm like, Lord, that wasn't part of the script. But I found out that I had to work harder because other people was depending on me. Now, when I started this company, it's a different ball game. I'm starting this company because I want to create jobs for other people. It ain't about, it really ain't about the money.
Right.
It's about creating jobs, betterment my community, and I just didn't want to sit on the couch. I appreciate what you said, Milton, but I'm already reaping those rewards.
That is excellent. Good. I know the feeling. Ben, I actually, for my birthday, one of the young ladies texted me. I don't know what happened. Did I turn 65 and came a water bucket or whatever? But it was so emotional to read her thank you to me, and you gave me a chance when nobody else would. And I'm like, this is my birthday. Don't make me cry. It was just so much, and you can never. I could never say, "Oh my God, for real." I was just doing like you, Ben. I was doing me. This is what I know how to do. I know how to give back. I know how to serve. And it's okay, people, if we serve. Everybody can't be the chief. Somebody has to be the Indian.
Somebody has to be the Indian.
So I welcome all the Indians, and that's you guys sitting there saying, come on in. Yes, Nolen.
Hey, I like to start off by saying I'm 79, and no.
Oh boy!
No, so real talk. I want to show you guys something. I'm 49, right? So 49, 59, 69. And as the wisdom that I've acquired, I've been through the same thing because I am a motivational speaker. I do some things in the community that I have people come back to me all the time. But one thing I want to hit on is, And one thing that I want to emphasize is two things. One, the ladies that are on this call, I truly thank you, because our generation, Gen X, right? Our generation that came in after you guys, is in a situation where nobody wanted to pick up the ball for the community, and for you ladies to do that and see the need for that, for the big mamas, for the generational gap to communicate and try to communicate on their level, and notice that people are going to cut you off if you come to the wrong approach. Like it was one of those things on like The Color Purple when I was growing up. Like, he ain't do what? Beat it in him. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't no good conversation. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we gonna beat it in you till you get it right. You know
That's right. That's right.
So you know, the newer generation is and that turned a lot of us off. And so as from an evolution standpoint, nobody wanted to pick up the baton and really do that. And I was just talking to my brother about that today. So that's one thing that I thank you ladies for, because really, you know, we need men and women, but women have that nurturing characteristic about them to really talk to the younger generations, right?
Right.
The second thing that I want to bring out there, and this is just being real, right? The things that people see when you excel, like a Milton, as he mac all the women down in the cyberspace, right? As a Ben White, as he's running for office and inspiring people, is that people think it's easy because we make it look easy. So they don't even know about the rough times that we may fall in depression.
Absolutely.
And this, that, and the third.
Absolutely.
So now when they idolize that and they see us, they're like, man, I know Nolen Davis is not going through this. When I told my wife, I cry in the shower because you can't see if I'm crying or not. Right? Because the water's running down.
It's running, right.
So I want people to understand that we may be living our purpose, but just because we live in our purpose doesn't mean we want to get up every day and that it's easy. Doesn't mean that you're out of whack when you don't feel like doing it, because now you feel like a failure, because social media trains our minds to think that we're only seeing the best of things and like you like that all day, every day. So as a leader, as a leader, I don't want anybody else that's inspired by what we do and wanting to follow in our footsteps to not ever think we don't have bad days, that we don't have hiccups, that we need motivation ourselves, and then just go from there. That's all.
Right. Sometimes we get harder when we're walking in your purpose. And you're right, Lisa. It do get harder. And I always tell the models, when you're making it to the top, prepare yourself to be alone, because it's lonely at the top. They don't understand exactly what you just stated, Nolen, that all the hard times that we had, we did, man, I don't feel like getting, my feet hurt. Now I got to go and teach them how to do this right here. They don't understand. So once we teach them the ways of doing things, like being going to teach them about that pole, once we teach them, they can do better.
They can do better.
If we don't teach them,
Lisa said, hell is lonely in the middle.
But when we know better, we do better. We do better. And we too look forward to being right there with you guys, and we appreciate you as well as y'all appreciate us, because again, you didn't have to come to us. You know, you could have said, no, I ain't doing that. I want to sit on the couch. I don't feel like being bothered. It's football night and all that kind of stuff. But we appreciate it, because it takes this to rebuild our village. Our village. This is what it takes.
If everybody wants to marry Linda, I don't know who the hell is telling Linda no. Like, I don't know. Why would you call me and I'd be like, no? You know what I'm saying? Milton already set the bar. Everybody wants to marry Linda. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was crazy, but I just said, okay. Be careful now.
Milton, I'm waiting to be the bridesmaid. I wish somebody. I'm waiting on somebody to marry so I can be bridesmaid. You know, I want a new dress.
But Oh shoot, it's 8 o'clock, y'all.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's always these nights right here that makes it so great and it's so hard to say, okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. But before we go, Nolen, can you just tell the people how to get in contact with you?
A Saving Sense podcast is on YouTube. You can see our intro there, upsocialnetwork.com. And you can actually contact me at 832-317-8359. I have a heart for entrepreneurs. We put them on all the platforms that we can to get them as much recognition as possible. And ladies, I want to thank you for having me on the show. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Milton, the same thing, sweetie. How would people be able to contact you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and that's basically it for me now. I'm not easy. I don't get along with all these social medias. I can't do more than 2 at a time right now. Look forward. Revelation is going to be up on iTunes and Spotify and all those stuff. Hopefully in a few weeks. So we have everything lined up, and then we're going to be look on our Facebook and on Instagram for my stuff. That's how you can reach me.
Are they reaching you by your name, or is there another name that they're looking up for?
Yeah, Milton McCulloch. Yes, just the way my
all right.
It is spelled. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So Ben, you're the man. Tell the people how to reach you. Tell them.
Wisezuri, WISEZURI Entertainment, Facebook, or wisezuri@gmail.com. 281-435-9655.
All right.
And thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed meeting the other fellas.
Thank you so much. So you guys don't go too far. We'll say good night to our viewers and our listeners, and we appreciate every time you come in to hear whoever we have. And God has truly blessed us. Yes. And we are when we when we go off the air, we sit and talk and laugh about Sherilyn's statement. We get gooder and gooder.
Every week we get gooder and gooder.
So we appreciate you guys' time, and we will say good night. And Milton.
I was just saying.
Milton, do you have something?
I don't want to say that. I don't want to show anything. I'm saying I want to give honor to God, to my Lord and Savior Christ. Without Him, I wouldn't make it this far. I just would.
Good night, Tiffany. Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you, Milton. Thank you. And we will be talking really soon. And all of you have something that everybody should be listening to. Thank you so much.
So you guys hang on a minute so you can exchange information.
Absolutely.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
If you're looking for custom handcrafted fashion jewelry that makes a statement, look no further than Linda S. Jewelry, 1426. We specialize in quality pieces fit for any occasion. Follow us on Facebook at Linda S. Jewelry, 1426 to view our inventory or to make a purchase. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.